Why do we have that? Oh, I remember.
On. Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Zee Garcia. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
And you are?
I'm Sam Healy.
Oh, not a morning person, huh?
Oh, for some people it is.
I'm
If you're
not.
watching this on the West Coast, it's like 6 a.m. So good morning to all of you, or 7 a.m.?
7 a.m., yeah.
So, hey, this is our first Board Game Breakfast live, and so you're going to see, well, we'll see how it goes, right? The show might change and fluctuate as time goes by, but we're working on it. We'll see how everything goes today. So we have a lot of different segments for you, some of them from our contributors, some of them from us. Apparently me and Sam will be going mano a mano at some point in this, like a arm wrestling match.
Very
Little
mild.
fisticuffs, yes.
No, none of that.
Oh, okay.
Very mild mano a mano.
If you haven't noticed, we're running a Kickstarter, and we just passed a stretch goal of us coming to Essen. So to you in Europe, we'll see you again this year. Yay.
All right.
Looking forward to that. And, of course, we have our Kickstarter still running if you want to back that and support it. And at the end of this episode, we have a new promo that we're going to be talking about, and we will be adding to the Kickstarter when this episode ends. But before we do that, let's go to the news. Alrighty, so let's take a look here at the news as of January 31st, 2019. So one of the most on-the-ball companies these days is Plan B Games. So they've announced a whole trio of things going on. First of all, from the Eggert Spiel half of their company, they have announced Era. This medieval age. This is from Matt Leacock.
Oh?
Yeah, and he's touting this as the first roll and build game. So it looks kind of like this. I know that's a prototype, obviously. I don't think that's even, first of all, okay, I'm glad he's making this, but this whole first roll and build game thing is almost disingenuous. It's the same as a roll and move game, but you're just putting pieces on the board.
Rolling right.
Roll and right. Not the same as roll and move, yes. And secondly, there was that that other game last year where you put the different walls on. I mean, this is not, I don't know if this is that new.
It's a cute, it's a cute way to say that, but yes, I assume it's basically a roll and write, but you have nice chunky plastic pieces. I'm not complaining because it's Plan B.
I'm not complaining because it's Matt Leacock.
And you know that those pieces are going to look great.
And I'm not complaining because my artistic ability stinks.
So you're glad they give you a thing to put there.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
I have to say, I do like that better than roll and write. I like putting a piece on the board.
Oh,
It has a
sure.
more tactile feeling.
Yeah.
Then from their company that only gives games 4-letter names, which is Next Move, their next game is called Tuki, I think?
Tuki.
Correct.
So the designer of this game, I'm afraid to pronounce his name, Gregors Rechman. I apologize.
Exactly how they
Reckman.
say it.
Greg.
So I looked him up. This is his 10th game that he's designed, but the other games I had not heard of any of them, actually.
Okay.
Amber
You said
Root.
10th game?
Yeah, but
And we haven't heard of any of his other ones?
they're all fairly small games and all. But hey, the Next Move games tend to be big. So far, at least the first 3 have been pretty big. This one here, looks like it's a puzzle-style game. So you have this card, and it shows you how to build it, but you're using the white blocks to kind of put it in place.
Prop up the rest. Yeah, kind of looks like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Those puzzle games sometimes devolve into I can do it faster than you, so why are we even playing?
Yes.
Then from just straight up Plan B.
I'm going to hate that game. I already know it just because of that.
Century, A New World. So this is the 3rd one in the trilogy. Okay, so this is exciting. They've announced this one. We all knew this was coming, of course.
I'm waiting for the Gollum edition.
Well, they haven't made the competition to the 2nd one yet.
I'm waiting on that one too.
Well, you might be waiting for a while.
Yeah, it's going to take some time.
So if you can
I'm
see here
waiting.
by the graphic, you could play it by itself. You could play it with the first game. You can play it with the second game, or you can play it with both.
Yeah.
So there's 4 games in the box.
Yeah.
Emerson's probably glad that it's only a trilogy.
it's
Because
like
if you made a 4th game.
Number one,
That permutation's there.
I have friends and I enjoy doing things with people. Number 2, I have a certain select group of friends that I like to do things with. Number 3, same thing. And then number 4, help us, we have no life. Because that seems like it would be a really, really long game.
It depends. What he did when he combined the first two is you just took the cards out of the first one and put them in. It was a really simple addition. So he
Right.
might be doing the same thing. Take one piece out of this game and put it in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Besides, Emerson doesn't make super complex
No,
things,
he
I think.
doesn't. I was just joking. Come on, most of what I say doesn't matter anyway.
All right. So, Brides and Bribes.
to
This is
agree
a
with
game
you.
that already
Oh.
exists from Space Balloon Games, and Ares is bringing it to America.
Okay.
So this is one that we've been sitting on for a while, actually, and we
Never-
haven't reviewed.
yeah, I haven't played it.
but maybe we'll get around to
This
it.
has been around for a while now. This is almost
Yeah.
like 2 years old now, I think.
But Ares is bringing it to America.
Yeah.
Boards and Dice, which, as if you haven't remembered from the news, they bought NSKN, so they're kind of a combined company. So they've announced expansions. I don't have pictures of them for Teotihuacan.
Wait, let me try. Teotihuacan. See, I screwed it up again.
You
I
set
was
it
good.
up. You set yourself up for that.
Teotihuacan.
That's very close. Yeah.
Teotihuacan.
Anyway,
It depends who you ask where you put the accent. I
Yeah.
say Teotihuacan.
Teotihuacan.
okay.
Yes.
Anyway, the
See, I have
expansion's
to
called
use the accent.
the expansion's
I
called
use
the
the
late pre-classic period, which is
That
not.
sounds exciting.
What?
Not the
the
late
expansion's called
pre-classic
The
period.
late pre-classic period, but it does add asymmetrical powers, which I like a lot. I think the game
Cool.
is fun. You played it at the cruise. What'd you
I
think?
didn't- No, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean, again, the first time I ever play a game, if I have fun, I wonder if it was the game that I had fun with, or it was just the people I was playing with that I had
Couldn't
fun
it
with.
If it's us, it's always the people.
It could, but I always need to play. See, the people I played with on the cruise was Brian and Carla Drake and Tim.
Woo!
So I have to play the game again
Because
to
they're
see,
too fun.
because that was a fun group of
Those
people.
people
to
are
play
just too fun.
with. Yeah.
Also, they've announced an expansion for Dice Settlers, Western Sea. They're really not good at naming the expansions,
Oh,
I
thanks
guess.
for the late settling period.
And then Exodus Chronicles. Now, this one we're excited
Ooh,
about
that
for a couple
sounds-
reasons. One,
Yeah.
we're playing this one live here in a few weeks.
Cool
Did you know
beans. Yeah, I knew that.
that? Yeah, okay, so we're going to play this one live. Now, this is a second edition of Exodus Proxima Centauri. However, they said it's not just a slight upgrade, that they've totally revamped the game, included stuff from the expansions. It's
Yeah.
a completely new game. I'm
They
on board with
supposedly
that.
streamlined it. They've included some, but not all, of the expansion modules that they have in there. They just took the ones that they got the most feedback from that people liked. So, I'm looking forward to this one.
Then we have from the Casual Game Insider, which is a magazine that talks about casual games. We call them family games here for the most part. Their game of the year was Welcome To. So that makes sense. A lot of people really like
That's
that.
a good pick, yeah.
Stoneblade / Ultra
I love
Pro.
that game. I love that company's name. That's just a cool
Stoneblade?
Stoneblade.
Yeah, I agree. They've announced Ringmaster, Welcome to the Big Top. This is from Justin Gary, the same guy who designed Ascension. It has 34 cards, though. It's a 10-minute game.
Welcome to the big time.
I don't think that's what the way that the Ringmaster
Yes,
says
sure,
it.
Sure.
All right, Floodgate Games, Kickstarter game last year, and it's coming out this March. This is called Bad Maps.
Ooh,
That looks fun.
It does.
that's a good name.
It is a
Bad
good name.
Bad maps. You know you're in for something.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't know if you will like the game. It's from
Pirate programming. So
Well, you got that right away, didn't you?
No,
Yeah, he
no.
just
I
looked
saw
at it,
it.
he
It
was
was
like,
on
"Ah."
the title. It said a game of pirate programming, and I was like, uh-oh.
It's pirate programming, and you don't always know all the information, and there's treacherous things on the map.
Okay.
I'm like pumped about it a lot,
yeah, yeah.
actually.
That could be
like-
fun.
Roll
All right,
Rally
and it's from
Pirate
Tim
Edition.
Armstrong, who's a good designer. He designed Orbis. That's his most recent game.
Okay.
So, let's see. Next from Osprey. Now this one's interesting. They're making a game, Embers of Memory. It's a Throne of Glass game by Kuro. Kuro is a Japanese designer who's associated with the company Manifest Destiny, if you've heard of
Oh,
them.
okay.
It's based on an extremely popular series, which I'm now going to read, because that's what I do when they make a board game based on
Okay.
books, because I got to figure it out.
I'm
And that's really
pretty-
great art.
I'm pretty sure this is a reskin of the previous game that Kuro put out with Osprey Games, which I now don't remember the name of. It's a 2-player only game with tiles.
Okay.
Actually, no, not that. I'm sorry, the Ravens of 3 Sahasri. I'm thinking of a different thing. But yes, it was still from Osprey Games, and it is, from the description I read, it reads like the same thing.
Okay.
So it looks like a reskin of that. The
Well,
Ravens
Osprey
of
has
3
reskinned stuff
Osprey.
before. We just got the Judge Dredd game, which was
Correct.
a reskinning.
Yeah. It's a well-known practice. It'll reach a bigger market this way because people will know the literature.
Z-Man Games has announced a Module 6 for Kingsburg. But don't get too excited, Sam, because this is essentially already included in the Kingsburg I got. This is the one where you put the tiles on top of the advisors and you can change them.
Yeah.
This is in case you have the other game and you just want the new thing.
Oh, okay. So, that's...
They figured at this point they've already sold all the ones they were going to sell of the second edition, huh? And they're just like, well, we might as well make these available.
I don't know that
It took a long time.
I don't know that Z-Man published that game. I think it was just the original company. Did Z-Man make the new edition of
How
Kingsburg?
are they putting this out?
I don't know. Well, no, I mean, maybe they just made the module for people that it matches the original Kingsburg. That would interest you, right? Did you keep the original one?
No.
Oh, you upgraded to the new one?
You didn't keep either.
No, I kept the second edition because the only thing that I really had problem with the second edition was the board originally, and it went through some permutations.
Yeah, they made it look nicer.
Yeah.
At first, it was kind of boring.
The first one was but the one that actually made it to the production copy is not bad. So I kept second edition.
I can't do all the news in 1 week, so some of the news is being saved till next week. But we're going to end with a whole slew of stuff from Portal Games. Portal Games is their 20th anniversary this year. They're going to be doing special events all year round, and they're going to do one at Dice Tower. I don't know what they're doing.
Aren't they
Dice
doing
Tower
Portal Con right now too?
I think they've just finished it, actually.
finished it?
Well, at PortalCon, Ignacy announced a whole bunch of stuff. So here we go. So Portal Games, and they first, Imperial Settlers, Roll and Write. He's not fooling around in case you don't know what the game
Yeah,
is.
really. It's like, I'm not trying to give you a cheeky title. It's this game you know as a roll and write. I saw a photo of this, actually, with, some buildings crossed out, some resources below those buildings crossed out. It kind of looks like what you would expect it to be. Imperial Settlers, Roll and Write. I'm assuming it's a much smaller game than Imperial Settlers, so that'll be interesting. I wonder if he's going to... Ignacy has a tendency to, I don't want to say overdevelop, but to make games that, as he works on them more and more, get bigger and bigger.
This will be the most complex roll-write game ever designed.
I wonder if he showed some restraint here. We'll see how complicated this is.
But that's not all. There's also Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, which I feel was directly designed for Sam Healey, because there are 3 races, the Inuit, Scotsmen, and Vikings. Sam wants to play a game.
If I had a third arm, I'd be giving a third thumbs up. There we go.
So this is apparently a sideways card game. It already is a card game.
Yeah, it's not the same game from what I
understand. It's not the same game. It's not compatible, I don't think, at all.
Right.
And it's interesting because he did these 3 races. I think he was like, I'm not going to wait till I get to these letters of the alphabet. I want to do these races now. So, I don't know. But, hey,
cool.
Don't fear. If you do like Imperial Settlers, now there's the big box because everyone's doing one.
Wow.
Now, this is interesting because
Still cool.
this makes me feel like it's done. You said that they were going to do B's and C's and keep going through races.
Right. Maybe not. Maybe he's done. And that's why they're doing these other sort of spin-off games. Here's the thing. This is fantastic, and anybody who's not into the game yet can definitely wait for this. Just like always, and that one thing that really irks me, there are like 10 cards in here that aren't anywhere else.
Oh, boo!
Seriously?
I hate that. Yeah.
So if you don't buy the big box, so you can't get those 10 cards.
Well, let's be
anywhere
careful.
else.
It's
I don't
possible
know.
he'll have them at a
He's
convention.
very good. The company's very
Yeah.
good at like making this stuff available. Don't get me
Right,
wrong.
right.
But this idea of putting something out as a big box or as a second edition, and then including the smallest thing, but it's new. You're gonna want it if you're a completionist. This unfortunately
I don't know.
displays that behavior.
That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is you're rewarding the people who have purchased everything that this big box is needed for.
No, this big box isn't empty. This big box has everything in it. You'd be buying everything again.
Oh.
You thought this was just a box?
Well, yeah, that's what other companies have done.
Well, yeah, it is getting confusing these days.
That's what other companies have done. I mean, the Smash Up
Side
people
did the
a
box, Smash Up did the box.
I guess they should write big box filled with game.
I mean, or like Alhambra, or
Let's not do that.
All right, let's get off Imperial Settlers. Now we'll jump to a game that he's been saying he's going to reprint for years with a different theme, but gave up and went back to the original theme, and that's Predaporter.
Yeah.
He was going to do this as a video game thing, and I guess he just went
I
back.
was looking forward to that, but this is a good game. I do enjoy this game.
It is, and the artist here, which I didn't write down, is a very popular artist these days.
Ignacy
Oh, it's the same
Trzewiczek.
one who did Catacombs,
Yes, he's.
which is interesting because this artwork looks nothing like Catacombs. I
No,
like
but
that.
it looks a little bit like I want to say. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's the same design, the same illustrator as Flip Ships,
Yeah.
and it has a little bit of that vibe.
Although
this
I would
artwork
not
does.
wear this specific outfit. It seems uncomfortable.
It's two different outfits, you weirdo.
All right. I don't think I wear that outfit even if it was the same
I
outfit.
wouldn't wear either of them, but
Yeah, come on.
it is two different outfits.
But I do like this game. It's a fairly heavy Euro game, though. Like, fairly heavy. All right. Now, for back to Z stuff. Monolith Arena. The Academics with... I don't know. This artwork seems super generic to me. This tells me nothing. It's like, oh, golem stuff.
Yeah,
No, that
it's
looks cool, man.
wizards.
No, I don't get... I don't argue that's cool, but I was hoping with Monolith Arena that since he had this whole new universe, he'd make really unique stuff. This doesn't look unique. It looks cool. It doesn't look unique.
I don't know. I'm pretty pumped about it. I think it looks unique.
What kind of golem is that?
The blue gem golem?
No, it's an iron golem, of course.
Okay.
It's a century golem.
But he
edition.
hasn't given up.
Bring it back around.
He hasn't given up on Hiroshima Hex Sand Runners.
That's interesting. This is the one that surprised me the most, I have to say, because I really thought
They were
at
done?
this point it was like we're putting this big old overgrown baby to bed,
Putting this baby to bed.
and we're gonna now run with the new
Monolith.
line, the new model. They're doing both.
Do you think these are the same armies?
What?
Like Academics and Sand Runners, could they be the exact same thing?
I doubt it.
Maybe.
I doubt it because they don't look like the thing. Also, this guy, did you see his skin? This guy's gross. Look at that. There's nails stuck in his arm.
He's hardcore.
But he has a smiley face. So he's from The Watchmen.
Yeah, he's all right.
All right,
I
and
was,
then
like I said, I was just surprised by this one.
the last set of things he announced are about Detective. So first we have LA Crimes, which we already knew about this. I
Yes.
think he announces at Essen. Set in the 80s. This is kind of cool. I know Sam really liked the Detective going back in time, the
Yeah.
thing. The LA Crimes thing, I think that's kind of neat, though. I like this. And he also has Detective Alexa. So this is
Oh,
using...
man, I thought it was a hockey puck. I thought he was like doing Portal, the hockey team.
No, this is using Alexa for a 6th case for Detective, and basically it's kind of like an interactive. You can hear the adventure. There's a lot more sound and stuff to it.
Are they going to do an app that you don't need Alexa for?
I think everyone's gonna have Alexa soon. It just has to be in your house. It's a requirement.
Yeah, man, you don't get that.
Do you not have
Amazon,
one?
You don't get
Have
that
you-
Amazon money
Have
if
you
you
heard
also
of
make an app.
Skynet? Come on, man. We don't want robots in our houses.
Watching you a little light.
I know, right?
Samuel,
And then finally,
are you sleeping?
You need
Detective-
to order more detergent.
Signature Series. So he's going to have famous designers put together their own sets for Detective Signature Series. The first one's Rob Daviau and Mike Slinker. Actually, Rob is a great designer.
Yes.
Of the two of them, Rob is the better designer in my opinion. But Mike is really good at storytelling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a really good combo. I'm pretty pumped about that. Mike had put together some of the storylines for Betrayal at House on the Hill. He's good
Yeah,
at.
thematic. I mean, you want thematic and detective.
He's also
and-
really good at puzzle making. I have a book of his, and it's just I can't even get past the 4th puzzle. But
Yeah.
let's not.
The only thing I was
discuss that.
disappointed with this announcement is there was no new news for 51st State. And I figured, he's supporting both Hiroshima Hex and the new Monolith Arena side by side. I want to see Imperial Settlers and 51st State side by side. So, I was hoping for some of that, but that's a slew of goodies coming out.
But nothing new almost, except it's all either a spin-off or expansions,
Oh, sure, or a reprint, a big reprint.
which I'm not upset about because his new games take a long time.
Sure, sure.
Alrighty, well that's the regular news. Let's jump over to Wargame news now.
Hey, honey, you want to play a game? I guess it's a solo game for me. And that's where Dan Verson Games, DVG, comes in. Thunderbolt Apache Leader, close air support. Hey honey, you wanna play a game? I guess it's a solo game for me. And that's where Dan Verson Games, DVG, comes in. Thunderbolt Apache Leader, close air support. So this game has you fighting in the desert with the bad guys, and the bad guys are putting a hurt on the good guys, so you, as close air support, choose your plane, what pilot is gonna fly with it, and which weapons you're gonna arm it with. Tiger Leader, World War II ground combat. Yep, this time you're playing the bad guys. Well, you don't always want to be a good guy, it's fun to wear a black hat once in a while. So you're a German panzer commander and you're in Europe somewhere and you got those pesky allies coming to disrupt your dictatorship. How dare they? You choose your commander, you choose your tank, you arm it all the way up to here, and then you go have fun. Now some of you are probably going to say, but Paul, I don't want to play the bad guys. That's okay, he's got German Leader, World War II ground combat. And what's great about these Leader series is that once you read one rule book, you know how to play all the other games in the Leader series. One rule book to rule them all. We did the air, we did the ground, what's missing? Gato Leader, the Battle for the Pacific. This time you play as a submariner. You control a fleet of submarines, and you be sneaky, and you attack the bad guys. Papa, it was more fun playing the bad guys. U-Boat Leader, the Battle for the North Atlantic. This is where you control a fleet of German submarines, and you do wolf pack tactics, and you attack the good guys. You ever think to yourself, like, hey, today, I want to be Napoleon. Field Commander Napoleon, where you fight all his battles. And what you get with this game? Well, to begin with, 7 mounted boards. In this game, you have a strategic and tactical situation. Strategic, big picture. Tactical, your nose is in the grass. But I'd rather sail the high seas. Fleet Commander Nimitz, World War II in the Pacific Ocean. Same general idea. Strategic picture, tactical picture, but this time you're in the water up to here. But Paul, I don't want to sail the seas, I want to conquer lands. Field Commander Alexander, where you are the young Greek general taking over the world. Why was Alexander so great? Well, first of all, his teacher was Aristotle. He was king by 20. He took over Asia Minor, Egypt, Iraq, Mesopotamia. He beat the Persians, and he conquered Babylon. And he died, he was 32. So all the games I've mentioned here are solo games. He just doesn't have solo games. Check it out, dvg.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Hello, fellow gamers. Thank you so much for coming out and saying hi to me at PAX South this weekend. I had an amazing time there, and I also got to try out some of the Kickstarters that we're going to feature this week, so let's get started. First up, we have Valor and Villainy, Minions of Mordak by Skybound Games. This is for one treacherous wizard looking to capture the souls of 5 of their friends, as Mordak flings spells and corrupts minions across the kingdom while the heroes desperately try to stop them in this asymmetrical dungeon crawl style game that lasts for about 25 minutes per player. A starting pledge for this game costs $39, which is a steal as far as I'm concerned, and who doesn't love trying to throw their friends into the dark abyss? Speaking of the Abyssal Plains, we have Tangled Timelines by Daniel Zayas Games. This game challenges 1 to 4 heroic time travelers to reach into the fabric of space-time and pull out only the most critical of heroes for 15 to 30 minutes, as players sacrifice valued cards to build specific sets, all while competing with other travelers warping space. This time trip only costs $13 and sets us up for a voyage into the past with Gardens of Babylon by Cackleberry Games, which utilizes the skills of 1 to 4 master gardeners looking to compete in the most cutthroat gardening game you have ever seen, as players lay tiles, advance meeples, and cascade seeds down rivers, flooding your opponent's hopes and dreams of ever becoming an agricultural engineer in this Euro-style game that lasts for about 60 minutes. Prospects to grow this wonder start at $49, but if prospecting is your thing, then maybe. Or the mining game by QSF Games is a better fit, as 2 to 5 miners hit the hills in search of their fortune by managing companies, buying and selling resources, and of course, hiring and placing workers to complete those contracts in this resource management game that lasts for about 60 to 90 minutes. Now, if you're interested in your own mining startup, then a pledge of $49 will definitely get you there. Now, for reprints and expansions, we have a reskinned Hana Mikoji that has been renamed Jixia Academy with all new art and characters for $19. But be aware, guys, this campaign does end on Wednesday. Now, to get super meta. I don't know if you guys know about this cool channel called The Dice Tower, but there's this kooky guy on there called Tom Vassell, and they're actually running a pretty solid campaign with promos and a dragon's hoard worth of fat dice-inspired loots. So if you're enjoying any of these shenanigans that you heard here today, then make sure to show your support with a share and a pledge. Thank you so much for joining me this week, guys. If you're interested in hearing more about these Kickstarters, then go to GloryHound.com, as we will talk about all of them in depth, and it's live, so you can tell me what you're excited about backing. Other than that, I will see you guys all next week.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the table. Today we're going to be playing a little game I'm calling 10 for 10.
You're going down! I don't even know what we're doing.
10 games, 10 years. Very simple. I have here a list of 10 years. 2001, Space Odyssey, all the way through 2010, The Second Odyssey, or something like that. There was a sequel. And I have here...
I missed both of those.
And I have here a spinning wheel app with 10 games. One each of these corresponds to 1 year in which it was published.
Oof.
Are these all board games?
These are all board games, yes.
I feel like there's an
believe
advantage.
this
10
was
for
a,
10. 10 for 10 can
I
expand
believe
and
this
grow.
game may have been stacked toward a certain winner.
No, come on.
I'm feeling it.
So we're going to spin it. It's going to give you a title. And I'm actually going to start with Tom because there's a slight first player disadvantage. So.
I think so.
Right.
And
Are
then,
these games you've heard of?
These are all games you've heard of, for
Oh.
sure. Sam's already
Maybe
scared
next
over
week
here.
I'll have a game that I can win.
Sam's not feeling it so far. If you do not get it, on the first guess, your opponent can steal. If you get it on the first go, 2 points. If you steal 1. If you don't get it anyway, I will remove the year from the list, and we go to the other player.
Okie dokie.
All right, we ready? All right, Tom, if you could hold that about there.
Do not bet on me.
I'm going to need to see it, though. And we're going to get going right now. We're starting with you. All right, and we've got Munchkin. Tom, what year do you think Munchkin came out?
Oh, man.
You can talk this out if you need to.
Well,
I've got gold to give.
if you had asked me this, I would have guessed it was not even in the 2000s. I
Oh,
would've
it's
thought
in
it came
there.
out. So I
So
go
what,
all the
are you
way-
thinking it's older than this?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay,
but-
so you're thinking maybe towards the bottom of the list then, from that logic, I guess.
Yeah, but I know which of these games came out in 2001, so it can't be that one.
Okay,
I'll go with 2003.
that's wrong.
2002.
That is also wrong. This came out in 2001.
I got it.
What?
Oh, it did?
It did
I was
indeed.
going to say that.
He's not, see, right there you've learned.
What? It was?
Don't listen to the mind
Listen
games.
to the mind games.
All right, Sam, let's go ahead and deactivate Munchkin there
Oh, my goodness.
and go to you. Sam, Duel of Ages.
Well, I know if I get this wrong, he's going to get it right.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm
He
not doing
thought
so
there was-
hot right now.
He thought there was a different game for 2001, so.
Well, let's see. I know that I went to Korea in 2002, and I don't think he had the game yet. And I'm pretty sure he got it when it first came out. So I'm going to go, it's one of these two, I would imagine. I'm going to go with 2003.
That's correct! 2003!
That was actually
2 points
That was
for
actually
you.
very good logic there.
Go ahead and remove 2003 from
I
the
will.
list. We will remove Duel of Ages from, oops. Duel of Ages. All done. Duel of Ages, it doesn't matter.
Top.
We'll remove it when it comes up again. All right, there we go. Dixit, back to you, Tom. What are you thinking?
2008. Because I think they just came out with a 10-year anniversary of Dixit.
Oh, using the old noggin. 2008 is correct for Dixon, and you get 2 points
I'm in the money.
for that. Let's go ahead and deactivate that one and spin again.
Oh, well, so same as Munchkin, he can.
Okay, let's go ahead and deactivate that one because it got messed up. And let's go again. And fantastic. Look at that. Just
Well,
help
at least we're getting rid of the riff.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of the ones we've already done. And if it lands somewhere, it will fix itself.
My goodness.
And we are going to go to you, Sam, with Puerto Rico.
Again, I'm going to say that was fairly early on as well.
Yeah, let's get rid of that one. That one's out.
What?
2008.
Oh, that's because of the...
This shark over here got it.
Yeah, the shark. Okay, so Puerto Rico. That I'm gonna go
When
with.
you went to Korea, did he have it or not have it? I guess that's the question.
I'm gonna go with. He touts that as being one of the games that got him into board gaming because he had never played it before. So I'm gonna go with 2002.
That is correct. I love how this has become a study of, Sam's observations of Tom.
That's what I thought. I thought that was 2001.
It's 2002. Here we go. Back to you, Tom. And we've got for you Small World.
Oh, good. This is 2009 because I looked this up yesterday.
Oh wow, cheating!
No.
We have to go to the judges on that one.
Illusion.
Take them out. Yeah. Okay, you're correct.
No,
That
it's
is.
because I was looking at
He
games.
only gets 1 gold for that one.
No, I was looking at games that came out 10
you
years
just
ago.
gave him the tiebreaker with that admission. If you indeed
Oh,
tie,
I'm sorry. I study these things.
if you indeed tie, it goes to Sam.
So that was 2009. All right.
No, it's because it was 10 years ago. That's why.
What do we got?
Woohoo! Hanabi.
Oh, Joe, I don't know. Holy Moses.
Spiel des Jahres winner,
Moses?
Hanabi.
Hanabi. I don't know, dude.
Where was Tom at that point?
No, I'm not even. No, that's one of the things. It's not a. It has no storyline.
To clarify, I wasn't studying for this quiz. I was
Yes, he
looking.
was.
No,
No,
I
so
was
don't-
looking
don't-
at games that came out 10 years ago for
I left
something
this
else.
list on my desk, and Tom
Yeah,
went by.
that's what I'm saying.
Like play a little espionage music.
Let's go with 2010. Seems a little too late, but that was 9 years ago, though. So let's go with 2010.
He's correct.
I know.
2010.
Yes.
Sam, ladies and gentlemen, is on fire. El Fuego. All right, Tom, there you go. What do you got?
Shadows over Camelot. It's 4 or 5. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Well, it's getting a lot easier now, and you definitely need to come in from behind.
So when
'cause you
Sam
are
got this
losing.
game, no, we were in Korea for sure.
Yep.
I'll have to go with the earliest one, 2004.
That is wrong. Sam, you may steal for 1 gold coin.
Pretty
What
sure.
I meant was I was thinking between 2004 and 2007 was what I was actually.
I'm gonna go with 05.
That is correct. 2005.
I think.
1 gold coin for you, or nugget there. Let's go ahead and deactivate.
Because I stole it.
That one, correct. And boom, 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 boom.
Is this Sam now?
Correct. It is Sam now. Samuel
Oh,
Markland.
Favorite version of
Hold on
that
to that.
game. Ticket to Ride came out in 2004 or 5. That one came out. I'm gonna go 07. Markland.
That is wrong. Tom, you can steal for 1 point.
This has got to be a no-brainer at this point.
It's got to be 6.
Yes.
2006 is correct.
Because Ticket to Ride came out in 04.
That's right, and they, of course, had others in between. So there you go. 06 is gone, and it's going to get very easy from now on. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one.
Wait, do I have a 50% chance here? Wait, does Sam just automatically get the last one? How
And
does
then
your
you
game-
get the last one.
Oh, so this is the last question?
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, but then
There's
I
got to
got...
be a choice between the two. It's you
You
can't-
started. He'll
and I'm
end.
ending.
Yeah, let's go ahead and deactivate that. And we're going to do that.
What could it be? Heroescape, 2004. It's 2004.
It is, man. I mean, he knows his hero scale. You don't argue with the man when he talks about hero
So wait,
scale.
are we asking Sam now what year?
No, that's it. We're done.
Oh, yay! I got 6.
Except you started,
7.
right?
Yes.
So Sam does get 2 more.
Why?
Because you'll get the last one. He started.
Okay. That seems awfully
I think you
cheesy.
should have 11 choices on your
10 for
thing.
10 is about 10 things. What do you got?
7.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Looks like you lost.
Wait, there's more?
There's more of them?
Oh! 9.
There you go. Come on.
Thank
Come
you,
on.
Kenny.
All right.
The
You were
state of Florida called a recount.
You were on the ropes there anyway, Tom. Let's be honest.
I
Wow.
was.
I
I
thought for
was. I feel
sure.
bad about that.
I thought for sure he was going to walk away.
I didn't realize
Easy
Samuel would use
peasy.
myself against me. Trickery.
Well, next
Right.
time,
Powers of logic and reasoning
here's what we do
prevail.
for the next one, for the rematch and the loser, you'll be able to work with me to pick the new topic. And if you want to implement any end game
gonna be-
rules, then we can try for that too. How about that?
Events
Sounds
in
good.
Sam's life.
Let's not go with that.
Yeah, I don't remember those.
All right.
All right, well, let's jump to some contributors to our show, starting with Jona.
Everybody, I'm
that's an
Jona,
interesting one.
and my segment's called Almost a Gamer. I'm really excited about being on the new Board Game Breakfast show. So, just to get started, I thought it would be fun to share with you my favorite games from 2018.
What are you doing? I thought we were going to play a game tonight.
I'm trying to record.
But we got a babysitter and everything. And you said you were going to play Spirit Island tonight.
You know, it's like almost 8 o'clock.
So?
I really have a difficult time playing heavy games when it's a little later.
Donna, we've played this game like
I'm telling you,
several dozen times.
it's not gonna end well.
It's going to be fine. I'll make you some coffee. We'll make some drinks. It'll be great.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do
Yeah.
it. All right. Oh no! I told you that was not gonna go well. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You're gonna yell at me
Donna,
because I know I did dumb things. I know.
You can't put your presents where they're going to blight the island.
know.
We've played this game so many times. The basics should be like, you should have those down.
My brain is like a mushy mush. And you know my brain gets mushy mush at night.
All right, mushy mush. I'm going to go.
I'm
Board game
trying to
game.
tell you. Oh, I need to watch some Frasier now. Oh no! We recorded this whole time! What? Welcome to The Pitch.
Hi, Ilka.
Hi, Dave.
I think after 3 months of buying absolutely nothing, it's time to add a new game to our collection. It's a game about science, and you're trying to become the biggest scientist in the world.
Sheldon Cooper.
No, not Sheldon Cooper. He's not a real scientist. It's a card. You've got cards in your hand. You're playing cards. There's a board you're walking around on. I know you like that. And the game is called Newton. Now, I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, Dave.
It's not time to buy a new board game, but really, we haven't added new games to our collection
Dave,
for over. I know
already-
what you're gonna say, but this game is different. It's about science. I know you like science. It's you've got theories to.
Dave, we already have it. Here. It's been sitting on our shelf for months. Just like, too many games. Just like Australia and Blackout Hong Kong that have not been unwrapped yet.
I did not buy this game. I promise I did not buy it.
I bought it. But you knew about it. I bought it in Essen. Essen was months ago. We haven't opened it.
I forgot.
I know.
And the other games, they don't count. I mean, I'm about to get to them.
Dave, I know it's bad. I know you have kind of withdrawal syndromes from not buying games, so I will cut you a deal.
Wingspan. We haven't talked about Wingspan yet. 150 birds drawn. I know.
We'll let you rip off the shrink of this one. Now, didn't that feel good, Dave? The smell of new games. I love you.
Gamers say you can't judge a game by its box cover, but non-gamers disagree. This is Box Theory.
In Fireball Island, you are flicking marbles trying to knock your opponents down using movement cards to move around the island and collect treasure. But let's see what our audience thinks the game is really about.
Our first audience member says, in Fireball Island, you run from fireballs, and if it hits you, you blow up and turn into a tree.
I mean, there are some palm
happen.
trees on there.
Yeah, it could
I can see
happen.
that. Not too bad. All right, next. In Fireball Island, you run away from a lava monster who is trying to burn you alive and eat your mortal soul.
That's
I mean, he does look like he wants to eat something. He looks like he has some kind of an
he's
appetite
pretty
there.
darn angry there. All right. Your booty will get torched.
Well, it looks like we do have some booties in danger
we got
there.
some endangered booties.
All right. In Fireball Island, it is basically Temple Run, the board game. I mean,
Doesn't that already exist?
Yes.
Is there already a Temple Island, the board game?
You are running. I mean, running is a key part. I will give them that.
Oh, shoot. In Fireball Island, you pinball.
I mean, the
I
marbles,
can see it. I can see
the
it.
marbles are
Restoration. Let's
you
get on
could get
that.
a marble
a pinball machine.
of Fireball
Oh
Island.
my
That
goodness,
would
that would be.
amazing.
I would buy that.
All right, last one here in Fireball Island. You run away from this huge dog thing, and you and your friends run away from fireballs. Okay, you're running
Expansion.
from fireballs. Yeah,
Expansion.
a huge dog.
Fireball
expansion.
Island, the curse of dog car.
Coming soon.
Thanks again for tuning in to another Box Theory with BGW. I'm Colby.
I'm Steven. Remember, follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Drop us a comment. What did you think Fireball Island was about when you saw the cover? Until next time, we'll see you. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Do you want to know what I think about Dice Settlers? I'll talk about it briefly, what I like and don't like about it, coming up. Hi everyone, it's Stella from Meeple University. If you don't know us yet, our main mission is to explain board game rules clearly on YouTube. We do a lot of playthrough, how to play, overview, and vlog, just like this one. We recently played Dice Settlers. This is the deluxe edition of the game. It's not as complicated as we thought it is, well, at least not compared to things like we have, like some of the board games in the background here, Food Chain Magnate, Project Gaia, Arkwright, and so on. The deluxe component is really good. The tens look different from one player to another. The dice looks really good. We have the upgraded components of Stone Maya, resources. The hex has good look as well. You basically refill this tile with your explore action, so your main board doesn't look the same every game. So on your turn, you basically roll the dice, take the action based on what the dice give you. There are certain numbers of modifier, which you most probably will use a lot. And there's also some element of engine building by researching some of these technology cards. With my initial play, the things that I not really that keen is that I seem to have always rolled bad dice, so the things that I want to do doesn't actually come up on the dice, but apparently you just choose the action based on whatever dice that's come up. In my first game, I was a little confused on what symbol on the dice means what action, and also the modifier. There's certain modifiers that you can do, but then again, I should have looked at this player guides a little bit more closely. This will really help you with the game. If you want to learn a little bit more about Dice Settlers, we've got the how to play video, overview, and playthrough, as well as my vlog with David Turchi, the designer himself, giving you tips and strategy how to win the game. And thanks for watching. If you enjoy my segment, please consider checking us out on YouTube. Until next week.
We're back. All right, so we unbox a lot of games here. We have over 200 unboxed games right now. So we're unboxing them slowly throughout the days. Wow. So each week we'll do a surprise unboxing where I don't even know what the game is because I just told Kenny to go grab one. So we're gonna find out what this game is. We have a lot of games, so let's hope it's a good one. Oh,
the magnificent
flying machines. All righty. So we're gonna open this up here and see what's inside. So this one, we talked about this one a little bit when we opened it up on S, and the guy who designed this is one of the guys who runs the UK Games Expo.
Okay.
Cool.
So let's take a look. Maybe we could use that other camera and take a closer look at the box probably. So let's see, Magnificent Flying Machines. German rulebook, that's for you. English rulebook.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, what are we going to do with it?
I always throw away the extra rulebooks.
Yeah.
But then I always think, but what if I sell this to a German someday?
Wow. That's real specific.
They're probably going to learn how to speak English anyway.
The rules look okay. That's not a ton of rules, I guess.
I like that. I like a card breakdown in any game that has a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
I think you should do that even if
they're really obvious.
Even if they're really obvious.
I agree.
Alrighty. This is kind of a wall of text, though. Each turn you have 2 phases. You're gonna do one of these things. Okay, these are player aids. Always a good thing to have.
Player boards. Do the player boards have recesses?
No, I don't think so.
Looks like
but you can give them a break if you want to.
All right, let's take a look at the tiles.
See what you did there.
They pop out. Oh, I like these.
Yes,
these are nice. The tickets.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Cool. Do they have different numbers or are they all 3s there?
Well, on this one, they're all 3s. This is weather.
I like these a lot, yeah.
Then these are a bunch of crates. It looks like you can carry them.
3s on them.
These look like, more passengers.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, they spelled passenger wrong. No, that's a different language.
They've even got little shamrocks on them.
The art in this is doing okay, and these are not bad quality tiles.
Yeah, no, they're good.
All right, then we got cubes. Yay, cubes!
That's what I'm talking about.
And dice. I don't know, these dice are okay.
Yeah, they're not engraved.
You know what, though? The engraved
printed.
dice thing is almost out. The screen printing has gotten better to the point they don't rub off anymore if you do it that way that the Fantasy Flight does it.
Yeah, heat printed or something like that.
Yeah, that's becoming. However, these
those
are
look like teeth at a glance.
They do.
The little blue things look like teeth.
Yep.
Bags?
I think they're sextants.
Do you think poorly of a company that does not provide bags?
No.
All right.
But it's a nice extra.
And then this is how you make the track. You're going to be putting these next to each other. It looks like they all fit together. So that's kind of a neat thing. I'm always a big fan of having this. People watching the air show. So there's quite a few of these tiles.
Those are like Ticket to Ride with airships.
And then we got.
Going to make wild allegations.
Allegations?
Yes.
You! A bunch of cards. No artwork on the cards, really. Just a bunch of things. These are tricks that you're going to be playing, I guess. Oh, there's artwork. Passenger seat.
It's a trick-taking game. Right?
Superior tires. A mounted rifle. Why do I need a rifle in an air show?
It's not. Oh, you're taking other people out, I think.
Wow, this isn't a
yeah, it's magnificent flying machines with which to kill other people in the game.
A catapult launcher. Here's the different characters I guess you could be. Captain Matthew Cobbin, Amelia Skyfoot,
wow.
Hamish McTarn.
Hamish.
They're like from all different countries too. Like see the different flags.
Correct. Is there a Cuban character in there?
I'm looking. Hang on.
Hold your breath.
I'm waiting for the Cuban.
Wow, there's a lot of countries though.
There's one from Spain.
Oh my.
There's no Cuban.
There's no Cuban. This guy gets a ticket.
Spain is close enough.
All right, fine. I'll play the Spaniard.
All right. Well, here's the player boards that Sam was asking about earlier. No, they don't have
recessed.
recesses.
They just have shadows on them to make them look like they're recessed in the rulebook.
They played you.
Yep, they did.
Recessed boards are extremely difficult to print, I think.
Yeah, but they're really cool.
Okay, let's take a look at the quality of these cards for a second here.
Yeah, but look at the boards.
Oh, these are very good card quality.
See the board? It has the plane and stuff, and you can put a pilot, or you can play, I guess, a starter one with the pilot's already on it.
Okay,
That's cool.
Okay, I like that.
And then here you have all the different things you can do, but once you know what they are, you use the other side.
I like the quality insert that comes in the box.
Yeah, well, to be fair, this was in the palette of Doom from Essen.
You're right, I know.
Palette of Doom
from Essen.
And then here's the airplanes that go inside these little standees.
Tiddlywinks. No, oh, they're standees.
Yeah, look.
Magnificent man in their flying machine.
Well, it doesn't have miniatures.
All right, well, there you go.
What in the world?
Will this? We'll see if this goes. I mean,
it looks pretty good. I have to say, the cover I was not particularly excited by. Seeing all the components looks
artwork
pretty good.
is pretty good too.
Yeah. This looks better than I expected from just the cover.
Yeah, no, I'm actually excited to give this one a try.
Sam's already taken it. All right.
I'm not taking it. I like it.
That's our surprise unboxing. Let's go over to Rhino.
Hello guys, it's Rhino and welcome to One More Rhino Says Yes. In today's game there are zombies, there is farming, there are railways, there is Cthulhu. Yes, this is for real and it's Australia. Australia is an adventure game for 1 to 4 players set in an alternate reality in Australia of 1930s, inspired by Martin Wallace's A Study in Emerald. In the game, you place your port, you construct railways, mine and farm for food, and you'll need to prepare for the awakening where you'll need to fight the old ones with all you've got. One of my favorite mechanics in the game and in general is that the player who's furthest behind on the time track is the one who plays next. Everything you do in the game costs time, and when it's your turn, you can do as many actions as you can afford before your marker is not the last one on the time track. You can build a railway, which apart from time costs you resources. You can mine resources, you can buy a military unit, recruit personalities that offer you one-use or permanent abilities, you can build farms, and you can attack. The old ones are hiding across the land, apart from some kangaroos that are harmless, and after this specific point in time, the old ones wake up and become an active player, and they begin to reveal themselves. The old ones always move towards the closest farm or port. If they reach a farm, they will blight it, while if they reach your port and you fail to defend it, the game ends immediately. Alternatively, the game ends when all markers have reached number 53. Players then calculate their victory points from farms, phosphate, bonuses, and defeated old ones. But the old ones count points too, from blighted farms, revealed and unrevealed old ones on the board, so they very well may have won the game. As you can tell, there is a mix of pretty much everything. It's bizarre, but it works really well together. I found myself towards the last rounds of the game not wanting it to end. It was pretty engaging. One of the best things about it is that you'd expect it to be complex, but it's actually streamlined and easy to grasp. You also really feel that the threat of the old ones is real. You need to prepare wisely for the awakening because they will be approaching you and blighting your farms, and sometimes you need to work together with the other players to avoid having a port destroyed. It's also highly replayable. The randomization of the setup is well done and leads to a ton of different possibilities. Plus, there are lots of game variants. You can flip the board and play in Western Australia. You can have a full co-op mode, challenges, and two-player variants, and my favorite, a very good solo mode. So Rhino says a big yes to Australia. You should totally give it a go.
Hi, Mike DiLisio from Solomode Games. Today I'd like to talk to you about professionalism. I'm not only a producer of board game content, but I'm also a consumer, and I consume a lot of board game content. And it seems to me that the level of professionalism in board gaming in general is improving. And I guess by that I mean it seems that the technical proficiency is rising, and perhaps even overall the level of equipment seems to be of such that it's producing content that looks better, sounds better. Now, I'm curious how much this matters to you as a consumer of board game content. Is it really important to you that something looks really good, that it sounds really good, that it's extremely well lit? Or is it more important to you that the content is being produced by somebody that might have an engaging personality or a unique voice or a viewpoint that particularly speaks to you? I suppose the obvious answer is you'd love both. I think most people would. But if you had to have one or the other, or if one tipped the scales in one direction or another, what would be more important to you? Professionalism or personality? I suppose I would make those my two categories. Is professional equipment and lighting, is that enough to make up for maybe less engaging content? Or can you have really fantastic content that is so difficult to watch and listen to that it takes away from it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below if you would. Thank you so much for your time as always, and have a great day.
Hey everyone, my name is Chris and this is the Teacher's Lounge. This is a segment that I started originally on the Board Game Blender over a year ago, and now I'm happy to be blending in with Board Game Breakfast. That's really confusing. I'm gonna struggle saying Board Game Breakfast. Board Game Breakfast. Board Game Breakfast. Board Game Breakfast. So I originally started this segment to share teaching recommendations, give tips of how to help be a better game instructor, because if you're watching this show, then you're probably very frequently the game teacher in your group. And this is something that I hope to continue to do. So if you're familiar with the segment already, then welcome to the Teacher's Lounge Reloaded. Yeah, that's probably good. Matrix reference? That's the one Matrix movie everybody liked, I think. Even though I'm not a teacher by profession, I have a passion about teaching. I've taught Sunday school at my church for many years, and now I'm in charge of the quality of teaching and everything at my church. My wife and I have taught a Strengthening Your Marriage class together in our community a few times. We are very passionate about teaching, and I think that teaching is so important to help get new people into the hobby and to help people appreciate a game quicker and let them have fun sooner as they get to the table to an unfamiliar game. I really do have a passion about this, so I'm going to share one quick recommendation today, and that is, if you have a few minutes as you're driving to a game night and you know you're going to be teaching, have you ever tried running through your script or running through your thought process of how you're going to teach a game? Sometimes you realize, hey, I can word things differently. Instead of, say, play a card, I can emphasize add a card to my tableau, or discard it to the main pile, or add it to another player's hand, or something like, find ways to fine-tune the way that you explain concepts, or even the order in which you explain them. I use this a lot as I practice for segments like this, or for my podcast, or for teaching games as I'm driving in the car alone. It's a great time to turn the radio down for a second and walk through my mental outline. So anyway, my name is Chris. Thanks for joining me here in the new Teacher's Lounge, and I'm excited for the changes here coming to the Dice Tower. Thank you so much for watching, and this is me signing off without a cool catchphrase.
Thanks, Chris, and thank you to all our contributors. Now, the contributors each week will be, you'll see some of them on our pre-recorded show on Monday, and you'll see some on our live show on Thursday. So there'll be different things throughout the different shows. So our next Board Game Breakfast will be this coming Monday. So I hope you enjoyed it. There's always going to be glitches and things as we get these things going, but hopefully we'll get better at going, and we're glad that you guys joined us. Some people said, why do this live? And part of it's we're trying to be in on the comments. We're watching the comments. We'll try to talk to you guys.
Right.
And some of the contributors will come in and talk. And it's also a way that you can talk to each other while watching something live.
Yep.
This is not the only live thing we're doing today. We're going to be back later today, I believe, 2 o'clock. We're going to be doing our top 10 most annoying characters in games. In the game. I already made that joke yesterday, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do it over.
Right.
So, and then tomorrow morning we'll be here doing a talk back, or back talk, which will be us picking a topic. We're going to talk about the cruise and things that we did on the cruise, and then we'll take some questions from you all for kind of a very informal back and forth with you guys tomorrow morning. And of course, we have lots of other content going up throughout the days. Now, Kickstarter. Our Kickstarter is running. It's doing really well, and we really thank all of you for that.
Thank you very much.
We have a promo that we're adding that I'm super excited about, and the 3 of us are the designers of this promo, and it's for one of my favorite games, and I think it was in your top. It was on all 3 of our top 100s, wasn't it?
Yes. Fantastic game.
And that's Rising Sun. Ooh. So we get to design our own set of season cards. So the season cards are cards you mix in, and you'll be getting these cards. Some give you monsters, some give you special abilities and things.
Game scoring, all sorts of things.
So we have a limited amount of these that we have, so you can just get them. These are going to be on the Kickstarter. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to launch all this stuff. Or you can add them to any existing pledge, but it's one per backer because, again, we have a limited number of them. But I'm really pumped about these. We will show what the cards are probably later after the Kickstarter and stuff, but they will be different from ones that are already in the game.
Right.
So we're thanks to Simon for giving us this opportunity.
Yes, very cool.
Looking forward to that. And with that being said, I think that's the end of our board game breakfast. Thanks, Z, for the game, and Sam for whooping me.
Yeah. We'll be back on the next
pleasure.
one. We'll be back on the next one with a new topic, of course, and tweaks and whatnot. It's it's how you do it, man. You got to workshop it.
We'll see you guys at 2 for our most annoying characters. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia. Thank you.
Sam Healy. See you guys on the flip side. Take care.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.